It's a Spin. We're by Topshop, and the Water Tower, Ghirardelli too, and traffic. So I would usually lecture at this point, but I felt like I've been putting in the penalty box a lot, so... It's a Spin. We're by Topshop, and the Water Tower, Ghirardelli too, and traffic. That is blue sky, cloud, moon, and sounds. It's a Spin. We're by Topshop, and the Water Tower, Ghirardelli too, and traffic. East Erie Street and Rush. Erie, you know how to pronounce that. I don't have to pronounce it the way it's I was trying to get to more cupcakes, but my misdirection has sent me totally in the other direction, so On the other hand, if one is misdirected like that for several years, knowingly rather than unknowingly, and so here I am being a 38-year-old woman and not being near my favorite cupcake shop. On the other hand, we are by a secret location of my other favorite dessert in this city, so why the hell not? This location also features corporate art I also admire, and handsome men biking by, and my favorite flowers. Now would be a great time to start talking about something else though, like people whose highest threat is perhaps lung disease is not my highest threat, because I've never ever smoked. Often, when someone who insists on smoking smokes and I can't stop them, I understand. You know what they can't stop me from though? Being ugly. Cause that's what they tell me back home in Brooklyn. Mythological figures who don't not look like Robert De Niro say things like, "Hey Ugg, how you doing Ugg?" And now you've met my Uncle Mikey. "Hi Uncle Mikey, how are you?" Well, Uncle Mikey calls. I also go by Moose apparently, because none of us are in a good mood on our block, ever. This is my best Moose impersonation. Hey you guys, is this the AT&T store? Should I walk in and walk around in a circle to symbolize some people? I'm in the AT&T store. These are my feet. I'm in a spin. That is the world. And I'm about to walk out. Here's my jacket. Miss 60. Miss 60 is a very interesting company, don't you think? These are flowers. 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 Symbolically reflected. Oops, I've turned into a different narrator again, and I can't believe comedians who are also comedians on stage do this. I am also perhaps going to see a show and be in your audience. These are lotus blossoms. Lotus blossoms sound just like horses. That's really unfortunate though, because when I call a few friends from a particular lotus blossom, this is not really what I'm trying to say. A character named something, escaping from Jill, would like to dive into a field of tulips. This, my friend, is your field of tulips. Just dive at your leisure. This is a store called H2O. Drink at your leisure. We are very near the water tower. When you are sick of drinking, please dive into another field of tulips. When looking closely into a field of tulips, be very careful of falling chandeliers. When having gone through a lifetime of parents taking pictures of you that you don't like, and a boyfriend who will decide that you do want to look like that person. Symbolically, of course. I mean the proportions, the attitude, the tone, etc. You can choose your own. On the social significance of the white dress and the espadrilles and the denim jacket. Wow, Jill making performance videos sure doesn't look like this! This becomes very frustrating and taunting. One walks around for a very long time worrying about their family. One stops eating right. One stops doing a number of things that is recognizable as having had been. But if you make the right friends in filibustering, you will find where you need to go. And now I'm on Ohio. I have given close-ups of myself to the entire internet, looking not as good as I could model. And alas, alack, and alacrity, we are here on East Ohio Street. There is a long, long shadow on East Ohio Street. And a manhole. The manhole perhaps talks a lot for what the manhole does, and that's cool. You know, whatevers. Beam me up with your towel. This is exactly too much. Jeffo.